Yeah, these pads are a delight. I mean, I love those phrases, but this is really nice. This is great sound design. Hi, I'm Don Bodan from Sample Library Review. I'm very excited today. We're going to be taking a look at Allura Volume 1 by Impact Soundworks. Impact Soundworks just rolled out this collection of vocal phrases, all performed by award-winning vocalist Jillian Aversa. If you're a fan of video game music at all, then you probably have heard Jillian. She has tons of credits from everything from the Halo series, God of War, and is also well known for her performances at the Video Games Live concert. This library downloads is 1.5 gigabytes. It's a sample set of wordless vocal phrases performed by Jillian Aversa. 150 unique phrases were recorded in 4 different keys, and those make it so you've got the entire octave of every key possible for these phrases to play back. There's a really nice tag-based browser, so you can sort through those phrases and find the ones that work for you. There's a bonus quote-unquote instrument, which I think just sounds amazing. That's what I played at the very beginning of the video here. It's got 25 different designed atmospheres. There's no legatos on these designed atmospheres, but with a little tweaking of your expression dynamics, I found that they just can be really cool, expressive pads and atmospheres. Library does also come with all of the samples as WAV files, so you can get in, tweak, and manipulate everything in your DAW to your heart's desire. It does require the full version of Contact 5.5.2 or higher. I'll include a link, take you straight over to both the Allura Volume 1 page. Hear that? Volume 1. That means we got another one probably coming out soon, as well as Sample Library Reviews Allura Volume 1 page, where we'll have all of the official videos, any other demos and info we find. So I've got the instruments open. Here you can see we got 2 instrument NKIs, phrases and singles. I'm going to start with the phrases. This is really the highlight of the library from what I remember watching the official videos here, and you can see right off the bat we got these 2 key switches between Etheria 1 and Etheria 2, and we got phrase playback up in this blue area. So those are all the same phrase, just in different keys, which is great. And then we can switch to Etheria 2. And so just those 2 phrases and 2 key switches, at first you might be like, that's all there is to it, but there isn't. To actually set up so you've got access to all of these phrases, and you can control them by you just click, double click, and then click here to assign it. Yep, that's right. So now we got and it looks like they've highlighted the keys in which they're the natural singing, and I bet these are shifted. That's my guess there. So there's quite a few of these. There's way more than I expected. So I'm just going to load up some of these Celtic parts. You can and you also see over here there's some different kinds of maybe sorting. We'll check that out in a second. Okay, so I think now you can see it's showing us our key switch and corresponding phrase. The thing you see here, we've got dynamics and expression. So even though these are set up as as phrases, we're still going to be able to control that dynamics curve and expression curve. So that's really nice. So that's just a few of the Celtic harps I went through. The other thing I really want to do is turn off any effects. All they got is a reverb on. So let's hear it dry. Yeah, I think that this is a really nice set of, it's technically recorded very nicely. So let's go ahead and dig into, oops, I'm just going to go back and assign these. I'm going to check out these floral crown. So let's go ahead and assign that one as well. Okay. And then go back. And I'll go ahead and turn that reverb back on. I think we'll assign this one here. And this one here. I just want to play through a couple of these. That one's really nice, but one thing I wanted to experiment with is our start point. So I love that you can just drag. And that's key switch dependent. So that's floral crown 3. If I'm going to load up another floral crown 3 to my D here, and I could just use the beginning of this one. So I can actually play this inverse, I believe. Actually, I didn't load 3 into there. Let's see if we can load 3 into. So you could experiment quite a bit with beginning, start points, and end points. I don't see any attack. But you can cycle through. You can cycle through just with a click up here, which is kind of nice. Let's just sample up some of these. Yeah. Jillian just has a great voice. If you were not familiar, she's sung on a ton of extremely popular video games, including Halo, God of War. Nice and high range there. So it looks like we got this golden hour and then some into the mist. Yeah, such a beautiful breathy quality. So this one was originally performed at 60 BPM. I've got my DAW at 120, so you can hear it's doubling it up. You also have a control for speed here, and up here you can see there's a percentage. And with vocals, you only want to whack out your playback from the original so much, where you get that chipmunk effect, as you can hear. So these are obviously all kind of set in blocks. So that you can use several of the Oceana. And they all kind of have a similar feel. Once she gets up high, I hear a little bit of quirkiness in that reverb. And this is a nice reverb overall. I'm glad they didn't slap it on too thick. Usually vocal libraries tend to do that. A lot of times I'll just turn the verb off and use a premium plugin to really dial in what I think will work best. I like this one, Through the Fire. Yeah, this is a nice set. So you got a pretty large collection of phrases and a lot of control over mapping. It looks like we're also able to sort by mode, which is great. As well as oohs or ahs. And then tempo. Looks like there's one kit of 3/4, and actually, let's check this way. Okay, so there's quite a few kits in 3/4 and quite a few kits in 4/4. Great. All right, let's go ahead and just check out what they call the singles. And I believe this is a combination of sound design instruments. I'll just start with work our way backwards. This one will actually help a lot using dynamics and expression. You can really start to hear how multiple notes starts to create some very interesting pads on these. Yeah, these pads are a delight. I mean, I love those phrases, but this is really nice. This is great sound design. Really feel like this is a bonus for the library. This morph, it seems to be like a EQ morph, but it's a little different on each sound, I noticed. Almost like a, I don't know, a vocoder kind of sound. Just brings up a certain frequency. Yeah. These oohs and ahs, it looks like you can morph between them. Not necessarily the smoothest morph, I have to say. Let's see what kind of dynamics we get out of these. Okay, we got enough of a dynamic range. I'm not sure if it's actual multi-layer dynamics or expression, or if it's an EQ curve. You can hear the brightness kind of come through once you get up into like 80%. It is playable, though, as oohs and ahs. If you just play without touching those, it starts to sound a little... it definitely doesn't sound real. You just need to tweak out your dynamics and expression. You've got controls for ADSR here and your effects rack. Very simple, straight ahead, but I really like the sound design of all of these pads. I think these phrases are really the king of the king for the library. And I really like how they've set this up so you can preview everything here. How you have a sort mode and how you can put your own key switches in. I would have loved it loaded up with everything assigned to a key switch, and that might be something I just do and then save it, and then that will be my standard Allura phrases load up. Nice set of samples and some unexpected pads for like $59. If this will either resonate with you and it's a no-brainer and you pick it up, or it's just not your thing, and that's fine either way. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. I'll be playing with those pads, but also these phrases are going to come in handy. I'll probably be manipulating, stacking, and editing different start points and end points and crafting something on my own. Thanks so much for taking a little time to check out the video. This is Allura. I'll include a link to take you straight over to the Impact Soundworks page in the description below. And be sure to comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe. Love your support. And be sure to head over to samplelibraryreview.com for the latest news, reviews, and our weekly deals page.